read.
What about you? How to solve quadratic?
Sorry, if that's your trouble now, you've got serious problems. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, this was a section B question. What would people like? So our choices are, we could do it together, or you could do part 1, then I do part 1, and you do part 2, I do part 2. We can take turns, or you can try it and then I can do it all. What do you feel would help you the most for revision?
Try one.
Take part by part, yeah? Okay. So the first part is, well, I'll read the question first. A boy has £2,000 in his bank account. In the first week, he takes out £15. On each following week, he takes out £8 more than the previous week. Write down the nth term of the arithmetic progression 15, 23, 31, 39. So we want the formula for the nth term. It should only take 1 minute. So you can try this and then I'll do that part. Okay, so you should be finishing it now. Okay, so let's have a look at the first part. 15, 23, 31, 39. Where's my pad? Here we go. So this is A part 1. 15, what did I say? 23, 31, 39. So A equals 15, D equals 8. And the formula UN is A plus N minus 1D. 15 plus N minus 1 times 8. So that's 15 plus 8N minus 8. 7 plus 8N. That is the formula for the nth term. How many marks was this now? 2 marks. 2 marks, yeah, no, shocking. Right. So the next part for you to try is, in which week does he take out £143? Okay, so have a look at that. Still raining? Still raining? Finished? Yeah. How many marks for this one, do you think? 2. 2, 3? 2. Yeah. Let's have a look. It should only take you like 1 minute to do. So for the second part, you have UN equals 143. So 7 plus 8N equals 143. 8N is 143 minus 7. So that means 8N is 134. No, 35. No, 36. Right, 136. So n is 136 divided by 8, which is 1. Oh, I can do this. Trust in me. 5, 7, 6, 7. 7. There we go. So the answer is the 17th week. It was weeks, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So the answer is 17 for this. So again, 2 marks. Right, the next part now. Show that after 21 weeks, he only has £5 left in the bank. Yeah, good question. See if you remember it. You won't remember it in Chinese, only in English. Yeah, like as you started, Sn equals n over 2.
A over 2?
No. 2a plus n minus 1d. You have the memories coming back now? Slowly. You worked so hard to forget, and now they're coming back. Finished, yeah? Finished? Albert? You're Albert, yeah? Finished? Good. Alright. 21 weeks. So, how much does he have at the start? I think it's 2,000. And after 21 weeks, he should have only £5 left, isn't it? Yeah. So that means he took out, 1995. Okay, so we want to check if that's true. So S21, or well, Sn, I suppose. Sn is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So we want to check if the total for the 21 weeks is 1995. N over 2, what was the A? 15. So this is 30 plus 20 times 8. So this is 21 over 2. Yeah, this is 190 then. Divided by 2. So that's 95. Which is 105, I guess. Is it? Yes? Yeah. Okay. So we've shown what they asked us to show. I think this is a 3 marker. Yeah, 3 marks. Yeah, it's okay for 3 marks. Alright, so that's the A part of this section B question done. So in the B part, now we're on to geometric. A geometric progression is 81, 54, 36, etc. Explain why this series converges. So this is probably 1 mark, and it is. Okay, try this. Why does this converge? Do you remember this word, converge? You remember it, Victor? Probably because in Portuguese it's the same, is it? Go on, tell me. What's it in Portuguese? Yeah. Remember this? Good stuff. What's it? And what is or exactly? Yeah. So for this one here, the B part what is it, 81? What's it, 81, 54, 36, etc. So here the OR is 2 over 3. And if you don't know how I got that, you just take 54 and divide it by 81, or 36 divided by 54. So we have our OR, and OR equals 2 over 3, so that means that OR is between -1 and 1. So that means that it's a convergent.
Didn't you get the limit?
No, don't want the limit, just show it's convergent. This is it. It's only 1 mark. It's only 1 mark. Okay, do you remember doing that now? A long time ago. Long time ago. Okay. Find the 8th term, please. Come on. Ah, there. Good question. What is the formula?
And then -1.
Yes. Okay, this question should only take 1 minute. Do some people have an answer? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nina, you have an answer? Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. So we want the 8th term. So UN is A or N minus 1. So U8 is A. What's the A now? 81. 2 over 3 power 7. Now, 81 I know is 3 power 4, isn't it? Could be. 2 power 7. Now, you can just use your calculator. 2 power 7 over 3 cubed. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 128 over 27?
Yes.
Is it? Amazing. Right, 128 over 27. Okay. How many marks is that now? What do you think? 2 marks? Yeah, I think probably 2 marks. 3, come on, 2 marks. Right, now the next one is 4 marks, so it's a little bit difficult. Find the first term to be less than 0.1. First you will try, then you might fail, and you can see me do it. But important is that you try.
Just like a hint.
A hint? Okay, a hint. That will be later in the answer, yeah. You want to know when the terms will be less than 0.1. So you could find when it will be 0.1, and since it's decreasing, then you know the next term will be less than 0.1. You could do it that way. But you will need logs for this as well. You got it, Anne? Yeah? Yeah. What did you get? Yeah, you got the same. Good. Okay. Let's have a look at this now. We want the first term to be less than 0.1. So we want a or n minus 1 to be less than 0.1. What did we say the a was? 80? 81. And the or is 2 over 3, n minus 1 less than 0.1. Okay, so what I'll do, get rid of that 81 firstly. And I think I'll also change this 2 over 3 into 2 over 3 n and 2 over 3 1, because that's the same as n minus 1. Like this. And then I don't like this here. I'm going to take it up to here. So I can have just one number instead of 3 numbers. 0.1 divided by 81 times 2 over 3. So on this side I get 1 over 1215, and this side I get 2 over 3n. Okay, now some people had an idea for what to do next. What do I need to do next? I need logs. So I'll put a log here and a log here. And what happens with the n? What can I do? I can bring it down. Okay, so what is log 2 over 3? It's going to be minus 0.4055 n is less than log 1 over 1215 is less than minus 7.1025. So that means n is bigger than. Why did I change the sign? I divide by a minus. So n is bigger than 17.5. So what do I use for n? Do I use 17 or do I use 18? 18. Yeah, so therefore n is bigger than or equal to 18.
Why?
Why? Because if 17 is, n must be more than 17.5. So 17 is violating this. 18 is the first number that satisfies this requirement. That is more than 17.5. Yeah.
And sometimes when you do the logs, it's like one step in the calculator, you don't see the minus, and you don't change.
This will be a problem. Okay, that one was tricky. 4 marks. Okay, there's one part left here. The last part. This is what you were asking earlier, Malik, the sum. So now they ask for the sum. The limit. Yeah. I should only take 1 minute, I think. Let's have a look. So, if you remember the formula, the infinite sum is a over 1 minus or. The a is 81 and the or is 2 over 3. So this would be 200. Hang on, I can do 243.
Yeah.
243 is the limit. So it should only be 1 mark. Yeah, it is only 1 mark. Okay, so that's the sequence and series question. And we could do next, we have exponential and logs, and probably a trigonometry. Trigonometry you want to see?
Yes.
Okay. Right, yeah. Well, we see what people want. So, which do we want? Exponential and log or trigonometry? You're saying trig? Which do you like? You don't
It's
mind?
so difficult.
Well, if it's difficult, then you should do it, right? Because in the exam, I won't delete the difficult questions for you. Yeah.
Or tips or what?
Yep. You remember all this? The table and yes, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so this is good. So you can try the sketch. I'll see what you draw, and then I'll do it. Okay. So again, do you want to do it step by step like the last one?
You mean the table?
No. I mean this question. We would do it like the last one, part by part. Yeah. Okay. So try and make the sketch. The sketch is 3 marks. Is it beautiful? Show me. Is there any numbers on it? So no, it's no good. And it's also wrong. The shape. Do you have numbers on the y-axis? What's the highest point? No, on the y-axis.
1.
That's again? Yes. Yes, this is it. It's not so bad, is it? Now we're talking. Yes. Okay, 1 more minute and then I'm drawing it. Now if you read the question, look, it says it wants to see where it crosses the x and y clearly on your graph. Do you have that on your graph? Where it crosses all the x and the y places? Yeah. Okay. No good for the exam. Right. Let's have a look. Y equals minus cos 2x. Right, well, here it's not so bad. So we start off with start and min and max. Right, so cos starts at 0, 360, minus 1 to 1. But this one here has a 2 in it. So what does that 2 do? what does it do?
Exporting.
Contracts, yeah. So it ends at 180. It compresses it. So now we can draw the graph. Also, don't forget about the minus. What does the minus do? Flips it, yeah. Yeah. So, if I have my graph like this, here we go. This is the x. This is 360, 180, 90, 270. And here's the 0, and here's the y-axis. This is 1, and this is minus 1. So if you remember, first you draw a box, 0 to 180, and the max is 1, and the min is minus 1. And then if you remember, we split the box into 4. And costs should start where? Costs.
1.
No, costs. Costs should start at 1, and then what does it do? It drops down and finishes back at 1. However, this is a minus cost, so it's flipped upside down. So instead it starts at minus 1, rises to 1, and then falls back to minus 1. And this number here is 45, and this number here in the middle, 135. So the graph looks like this. And then it repeats itself. So you have the same box again. Copy, paste. What number is here in the middle? 225?
Yeah.
And then here is 315. Here. Full marks. Okay. I saw some people had this, so good job. But make sure you have, they want these points and also this point.
Do they ask about time?
They never have in the past. I don't expect them to start.
So this is
Okay. Can I continue? Yeah. So the next part is describe in words what this transformation does to the sine. So in other words, what is the effect of the 3 and the minus 90? You need to describe that. So just one sentence. Write a sentence down. How many marks do you think?
2.
2 marks? At most. 1 or 2. 3, crazy talk. 2. I might ask some people to give me their sentence, see what they wrote. In English now, Tony, in English. John Way. English. Okay. Victor, do you have a sentence? Almost, okay. Oh, come on, Malik, there's no need for your phone for this. Just write a sentence down.
I want to see the graph.
Alright. Yeah.
The minus 90 minus the
Won't tell you yet. Do you have it, Nina? A sentence? Do you have a sentence? Yeah? Half a sentence, okay. Do you have a sentence? 0 of a sentence? And your good buddy? Half a sentence? Zero. Not even a verb or no. yes, yes. Tony, do you have a sentence? No? Nobody has a sentence. You have a sentence? Okay, Victor. And Pony, do you have a sentence? Let's see what Victor has to say.
The 3 will expand by a factor of 3 along the y-axis, and minus 90 will translate 90 units up.
Translate 90?
Units up.
No, try. Pony, go for it.
Right to the left.
No,
Right,
to the right.
Minus
To the
right.
right. Yes. So the answer is the tree will expand 3 times on the y-axis, and the minus 90 will move the graph to the right 90 degrees.
The 90 is the C.
Yeah. Not the D. You were thinking of the D.
Tell us the whole sentence.
Oh no, you can write a sentence.
Standard.
No. But my sentence is no better than your sentence. You want the answer. So the answer was the tree expands by a factor of 3 on the y-axis, and the minus 90 translates the graph to the right 90 degrees. So look, maybe the words you need here is by a factor of 3, this means multiply it by 3, and then the verb for moving left and right is translate. This is a verb and it means to move left and right. And factor here, this means to multiply. What's the verb? I know we said flip, but what's the other verb for doing this? Think about a mirror. Reflect. Yeah. And then what's the verb for this one? Squeeze, not quite. Compress or contract. Compress is fine. And this one is expand. So we expand by a factor of 3 on the y-axis, and we translate 90 degrees to the right on the x-axis. And what's another verb for translate? Move. And another verb? Shift. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Yeah. Right. Next now looks like a nice triangle. What do you mean? Can you see it okay? So the first part is show that cos A is 9 over 16. So the first thing is to calculate cos A. Now, we don't have any angles and we have all the sides. So is this a sine or cosine rule? And I give you a clue. Look at what they want. Cosine rule. Cosine rule. So use the cosine rule, please. Do you remember the cosine formula? It's a good question. Do you remember it? Maybe if you forgot some of your business and economics, you can make space to remember your maths. Maybe. Full, is it? Finished successfully? Okay. Will we look at this one now? 8, 10 and 12, ABC. So our triangle is like this. 8, 10 and 12. 8, 10 and 12. A, B and C. And they want the cos of A. Right, so the cosine rule. I'll call this side A. This side I'll call B. And this side I'll call C. So the cosine rule is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC. Yes, you do remember. So 100 equals 144 plus 64 minus twice 8 times 12, times cos A. So let's see, that's 100 equals 208. Minus 16 times 12, so whatever that is. 192 is it? Thank you. 192 cos A. So we have minus 108 equals minus 192 cos A. So cos A is 192 divided by 108, which is 9/16. 9/16, yeah? And is that what they ask you to show?
Yes.
Fantastic. Right. So the next part is they want sine A. Exactly sine A. And they don't want you to calculate the angle A. They want just sine A. So what rule do you think you need here? Sine rule. No, actually, there's another way to do it. I won't tell you. Have a think about it. I'll let you try it. So I want sine A now. You can't actually use the sine rule because you don't have any angles. Now you could get the angle from here, but that's not what they want because they very clearly say without calculating angle A, find sine A. Area? Good idea. See what happens, yeah? Square, maybe? Yeah. I think that's a good idea also. I have 2 ideas, and you said the area, so I have 3 ideas. How many marks is it? See, it's only 2 marks, so I think the area is too long for 2 marks. Something shorter. Careful now. You have an answer, Nina? Maybe. Let's have a look. Okay, so it actually isn't as bad as it seems because if you just remember that sine squared A plus cos squared A equals 1, then you can have sine squared A plus 81 over 256 equals 1. So that means sine squared A equals 1 minus 81 over 256. No, we don't need a calculator. We can do it in our heads. That's 256 and then 256 minus 81. 175 over 256. So sine A is the square root of that. You agree? 175 over 256. So if you want, you can simplify it to 5 root 7 over 16. So that's the exact value of sine A. Okay. Right, the next part is find the area now.
I can use the calculator. Use sine inverse.
No, that's not what they want. So sorry, the next part is the area.
you get this formula from formula sheet?
Don't remember. Pretend you don't. It's better for your revision if you learn them.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have the area? So, with the area, does anyone remember the formula? It's a half, well in this case if we use these two sides, it'll be a half BC sine A. So in this case, let me see, that would be a half 8, 12, and the sine A, I have it from down here, is 5/16 root 7. So this is the exact area. Let me see, that will be 4 times 12 is 48, times 5 is 240 over 16 root 7. Now this can be 8, 120, I'll get there. 6, 4, 32, 15 root 7 is the area. Yep, okay. So the last part is they want angle C. So what rule could we use here? I can think of 2 or 3 ways to do it. You could find the angle here and use the sine rule. Yes? That's what Malik just asked 1 minute ago. And what was my answer, Malik?
You don't know.
And what did I then say?
You should memorize it.
Yes. Okay. We want angle C here. Okay, so try and get angle C. How many marks? 3 marks, yeah.
Can we use A over sine A equals
Yeah,
C
yeah,
over
yeah,
sine?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You could.
Can we go all the same?
You need to do the triangle?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yes.
You have an answer? What you get? And what did you get? Okay. What way did you do it? You use sine rule? Yeah? Okay. Right, let's have a look at it now. A lot of people use sine rule, but I just feel like I can use cosine again. Yeah. Can use many rules here. I'm going to use cosine. Okay, I'm going to call this side here x. So I have 8 squared equals 10 squared plus 12 squared minus twice 10, 12 cos x. So I can get cos x equals, let me see what I get. 8 squared minus 10 squared minus 12 squared divided by minus 2 times 10 times 12. So I get cos x equals 3 over 4. And then I shall get cos inverse that. Yeah, then I get x equals 41.4 degrees. Yeah. It's not too bad for 3 marks, I think. Some people use sine rule, you should get the same answer. Did anybody use anything else? Area, yeah. Yes, actually, you could use the area as well. So I just want to, I think, listen, wait. I have a feeling that they probably imagine students using the area here. So you could actually use the area here. You could say a half, 10, 12, sine x should equal the area, which we said was 15 root 7. So I just want to check that it gets the same answer. So we have 15 root 7. Oh my goodness, Albert! 15 root 7 divided by that, and I get sine x equals root 7 over 4. And sine inverse, I also get 41.4 degrees. And a couple of you used the sine rule, and you got the same answer as well. Okay, so whichever method you like. But I think they probably wanted you to use the area because the last part was to find the area. Not that it matters for the exam. Okay, so I think next time we'll have a look at the exponential and log down in class. Okay, we'll finish there. So.